Move over Psycho. Psychro is the real killer. Summer heat waves threaten to kill millions under climate change. By Guy Lane. Movie buffs will be familiar with the 1960 Alfred Hitchcock horror film Psycho, about a hotel owner called Norman Bates who had a mummified mother and the habit of murdering people while they were showering. Well, as it happens, under climate change, a death dealer with a similar sounding name has been set loose, a murderer that threatens to massively overshadow the kill count of the famous film. Coming to a city near you, this new Grim Reaper, Psychro, could soon kill millions. The name Psychro refers to the science of psychrometry, the study of gases and vapors mixed together. Here, the murderous mixture is water vapor and air. Let me explain. The human race burns copious amounts of fossil fuels to release the energy they contain. The CO2 that is released from all of this burning accumulates in the atmosphere, and as a result, the planet gets warmer. As the air warms, it is able to hold 7% more water vapor for every 1 degree Celsius increase in temperature. Heat begets humidity, and human activities are causing the global atmosphere to get warmer and wetter. Global warming is changing our planet's climate and fostering extreme weather events, including intense heat waves. Under climate change, heat waves are reaching temperatures and durations that threaten human health. Annual greenhouse emissions are at all-time highs, with 2018 boasting pole position at 37 billion tons CO2 and no sign of an effective mechanism to compel the humans to act otherwise. As a result, heat waves are set to get hotter and hotter, deadlier and deadlier, year in, year out, for decades to come. Of particular concern are heat waves that reach the deadly threshold referred to as wet bulb 35. A human exposed for too long to air at 35 degrees Celsius and 100% humidity will die even if they are fit, healthy and sitting in the shade. Under these conditions, humans cannot shed the heat generated by their own bodies. This leads to heat stress, organ failure and death within a matter of hours. Some heat waves rise temperatures well beyond 35 degrees Celsius, and the hotter it is, the less humidity is needed to reach the deadly wet bulb 35 threshold. During these heat waves, access to air conditioners can be a matter of life or death. It is not just humans that suffer from heat waves, but plants do. And here I refer not to plants with leaves, but energy-generating plants such as coal and gas-fired power stations. Heat waves can interfere with the production of mains electricity from these so-called thermal generators just at the time when energy demand soars from the widespread use of life-saving air conditioners. As the name suggests, thermal generators produce prodigious amounts of heat by burning fossil fuels. The heat is used to boil water to drive steam turbines, and a lot of it is also wasted. To prevent the machines overheating, waste heat needs to be dumped into the environment. In the same way that the human body struggles to dump excess heat under heat wave conditions, so too do the thermal generators. Thermal generators are cooled with water. However, heatwave conditions frequently force thermal power stations to shut down, as the coolant water is too hot. The 2017 paper, Impact of Cold Waves and Heat Waves on the Energy Production Sector, says extreme events are on the rise due to climate change, and the power generating sector is especially vulnerable. Herein lies a big opportunity for the Psychro killer. The combination of wet bulb 35 conditions with a blackout. One day soon, maybe this summer, we will see a heat wave with the deadly wet bulb 35 temperatures settling in over a large city. The population will retire indoors to air-conditioned rooms for fear of heat stroke death. The heat wave will warm the coolant water of the thermal generators, and electricity production will shut down. With the power down, The air conditioners will fall silent, and deadly heat will enter the homes and offices across the city. Within hours, tens, maybe hundreds of thousands of people could die of heat stroke. Under this scenario, it is possible that millions will die in a single sweltering afternoon. It's time to wake to this deadly threat because abrupt climate change is here and it's playing mean. We need to rid this planet of thermal energy generators as soon as possible and instead turn to renewables that do not need cooling, and do not heat the planet. Not only are these infernal fossil-fueled machines the cause of the climate change problem, but they are likely to fail on us just when we need them the most. In their place, we need a diverse mix of renewable energy, wind, solar, waves, ocean currents, and biomass, and places to store the energy. Only in this way can we ensure that the power will not go down when the heat is on. There were about 6 deaths attributable to Norman Bates, the killer from the Psycho movie. His target audience was house and hotel guests. In comparison, the global warming Psychro killer stalks the globe, and billions of people are now at risk every summer. This deadly heatwave threat ought to be a wake-up call to how vulnerable we all are to climate change. This, on its own, is all the justification we need to immediately commence a transition from fossil fuels to a clean energy future before the Psychro killer gets out of control.